went across the line first. One of the first aggressive shots we saw on the leg side to Carrier. And then, of course, a gentle dab towards third man. So he's come back and taken up exactly where he left off. Well done, Ramiz.
He's been in and around this game of cricket for a very, very long time. Comes from a family of cricketers. You mentioned earlier his father played for the UAE, represented and was a part of the 1996 World Cup squad that UAE played in. And Ramiz himself played for the UAE 2015 World Cup in Australia. It's a father-son duo. Meanwhile, Asif has a task cut out for him.
These stories are always special when there's a father-son duo playing for a country. Chase continues. Oh, big appeal. That could be close. Yes, given. Well, Ramiz had walked across, trying to just maneuver that to leg, and paid the price for not connecting. That's tragic.
That's a fair call. The foot this time, Chase knows where to keep that. He came fair bit across the line, and Shea Hope instantly went up. Chase had a latest reaction to that call. The umpire was not at all in any sorts of doubt. Ramesh Shehzad out 16 of 31.
Yeah, Brandon.
The new man comes in. Rohan, can we call him a veteran of the UAE team, because he's done loads of work, and I'm sure the team now looks to not the last recognized batsman, but somebody who can win you matches.
Oh, well, he can. He can win you matches with the bat, with the ball, with his fielding, or with his dancing for that matter.
Well, might want to dance down the track a couple of times, but carefully so.
Rohan Mustafa there. UAE playing their 100th ODI. Rohan has played 75 of those.
That's just fantastic. I think those gentlemen might want to find another spot. But good to see a lefty at the crease for a change. The first lefty. He comes in at 6. Not that you need to stuff your team with lefties. And off the off spinner, he might find the going a little testy. There's got a slip. Good move straight away.
Starts off well. Getting behind the line of the ball beautifully. Meanwhile, that decision of LBW going across the line, stayed in his crease, and more often than not, the umpire's call will go against you in such calls.
Yeah, when we saw that in slow motion later, remember the umpire does not have that benefit. It did seem like it might have kind of, missed the leg stump by a millimeter or two. Well, we'll never know. And he just paid the price for walking across just a shade too much. Should have got a bit of bat to that. It was pretty close to the crease as well, so the umpire possibly thinking that would have taken leg.
The dependence on technology in the modern day, does it run in the mind of the umpire constantly that, oh, the cameras are there, people are watching, there will be replays? As an umpire, I see this is out, but maybe the cameras don't see it that way.
Well, it's rough on the umpires. They can't possibly be thinking about cameras when they're taking the decision. Maybe drifting down leg, but well bowled and a good over by Chase. A wicket taking over. It's 107 for 4 after 26.
You can take this one. Huh? Yeah, just you want. Good. Smith in this way.
Not a fantastic strike rate, but that's more a matter of T20s. It's just that Vidya and Ramiz, having done so much work, wanted to power on. And earlier, of course, that twin strike, Wasim and Aryansh going early.
The turn is still on. Karia. What a spell he's bowling. 15 runs, yes, he's given a few. But then the amount of turn he's generating is incredible. Plus the variable bounce, making it difficult for the homeboys.
Well, he's got them in a tangle for sure. There it is again. Watch the turn. And Asif, oh, you can't just stand there and wave your bat around. Taken! Easy. Well done. Just waiting to happen. Lots of turn there. And it's good that Hope kept that slip alive. Easy catch.
Yeah, good call by the captain there to keep the slip in position. And that was half defense, half push. Try to avoid the turn. I don't want to face this bowler kind of a nudge. And he pays the price. 27 of 41. Asif goes.
This one, 3. 2 more fall 1. Dominant drift 1. Corral 2. My mistake, bro. There you go. Yeah. Like some? Right, we got to stay for now. Huh? Just back to north.
Ali Nasir, the debutant.
Here.
He was a member of the squad that had gone to play the World Cup in West Indies. Played and did well. UAE won the plate finals in the West Indies in the Under-19 World Cup in 2022, beating the West Indies. Rather, the only time UAE has beaten West Indies.
Not at the senior level, though, mind you. Not yet. So all of a sudden, we have 2 lefties at the crease. And, against the leggy, that might be useful. Here's the wicket. Just nothing turned. Tried to turn it away to mid-wicket for a single. Outside edge and a nice catch at first slip. He should be disappointed. Tried to play a stayer role and didn't quite succeed. Oh, came in rather sharply. Ali managing to fend it off. Look forward to seeing what he does on his debut. Plenty of pressure right now because that 250 is looking more and more unattainable, if I might use that term right now.
Well, yeah, a couple of youngsters to follow. Ali followed by Ayan. The experienced Rohan Mustafa will have to guide them, will have to help them understand what is required of them.
You know, losing wickets now, of course, forces the team to change game plans. And you mentioned about, well, we did about 30-20 now. I don't know whether it's going to be 40-10. Can't afford to lose any more wickets because this pair, I think, is the last established batting pair. We'll see.
Well, Ayan bats too. In fact, he was the one who scored a good 90. We'll come and talk about that. 27 gone. Meanwhile, 107 for 5. Right, spectators coming in, and these set of spectators are parents. Parents of Sanchit Sharma, plays for the UAE. His sister plays for the UAE as well. Brother and sister duo.
These Sharmas are everywhere.
Oh, you bet.
Oh, almost knocked through the gap there, Chase. Well, for Rohan, that will not look too good.
Yeah. Looked a little ugly when he tried to do that. I can tell you. If he was playing the T20, he would have gone for the reverse on that.
Ifs and buts are not going to get you to 250, unfortunately. And I must confess that Rohan's looking all at sea against Trust and Chase. And of course, the off-spinner is going to be a little more deadly to left-handers. So they'll have to be careful here.
Yep. Dot balls. A bunch of dot balls. Something has to give in. He is a character, Rohan Mustafa. Not one of those textbook cricketers that you'll find every day.
Well, he'll have to continue to be a little patient. Has just walked in. Chase is bowling very well. Oh, in the air! Off an outside edge. Rohan is looking a little, if I may use the term, edgy right now, nervous. Even though he might have a smile on his face.
Was it the pad? Was it the flap of the pad, maybe?
I thought that took a bit of bat. And then on to pad. Last ball of a very, very testing over. Too full. Well bowled, though. A maiden. It's 107 for 5.
Enterprising passage of play. The UAE beginning to build a partnership. The West Indies have fought their way back through their spinners. The record-breaking Sharjah Cricket Stadium. It's fantastic to see a bilateral series being played here between these two nations. First of its kind. Ali Nasir, young man who want to make a name for himself. Shoaib, alongside me. 107 for 5. UAE have lost their way in terms of the top order wickets.
Well, yes, they have. They've still got some batting left. They've got Ayan yet to come. But they definitely are in a spot of bother. Ali and Rohan will have to stitch a partnership here.
Went through everything. May have got an under edge as well. Correa has been menacing. Fortuitous boundary for UAE. They'll take them at this stage.
Oh, yes, they'll take anything that comes their way. This one was a peach of a delivery. Gets the inside edge of the bat, Ali Nasir. And good that he got some bat onto it, because that would have gone crashing into the stumps. Lucky escape, but he'll take those 4 runs.
What a way to get off the mark in international cricket as well. Could have easily cannoned into the off stump, and that would have been it for his day. Instead, still surviving. I want to ask you about him, though, after this delivery, show, because I'm very excited about the future of this young man, Nasir. Have to re-bowl that one. Carrier.
Well, yes, Ali Nasir, he's been regarded as one of the upcoming stars of UAE cricket. Definitely has a bright future. Was part of the Desert Vipers in the ILT20. In one of the interviews, and they were speaking very highly of this young man. Has shown some vast improvement in the last few seasons. Has played for UAE under 19, and you don't get all-rounders who can bowl some decent amount of pace and can contribute with the bat lower down the order. So he is definitely a rare diamond that needs a bit of polishing, so to speak.
Yeah, watched him at that Under-19 World Cup. May have been something bothering Rohan Mustafa right behind behind the bowler's arm, so wasn't able to see the ball. That's been rectified though.
Again, some turn. So good to watch. This is really a big test for these UAE cricketers. Although they've played a lot of cricket on this wicket, you still need to apply yourself.
Just on Ali Nasir, remember that first game for the UAE in the Under-19 World Cup in the Caribbean? Shoaib, 73 from 50 deliveries. So more of the younger talent watching on. '19 World Cups, 2020 and 2022, and that of course have to appreciate our sponsors for this series. Historic series wouldn't be possible without Dafa News, Parimat Sports, Defenders, Vision Sports, and Hero. Shoaib, you've seen a lot of cricket in the UAE. What does it mean for a team like the West Indies to come and visit this arena and this country?
Well, it means a lot. Definitely, this is something that UAE as a team has been looking forward to for quite some time. They've been under some rigorous training. They've been preparing well, not only for this series, but for the qualifiers as well. But you have to really give credit to Emirates Cricket Board and the Windies Cricket Board as well to be bringing these games live and also setting a platform in terms of going into the qualifiers.
Inside out. Extra cover is a strong region for Ali Nasir. Imperious stroke. That one much more convincing than the first.
Yes, just a rare poor delivery from Chase. Too full, too wide. This is the second time he's bowled a delivery like that. First to Ritya Arvind. This time it is Ali Nasir who goes inside out over extra cover, as you mentioned. Not the easiest of shots to play, but he's executed that well.
I think the impressive thing about that was the length. It wasn't a half volley by any means. Nasir was able still to drive on the up and play it as late as possible to position it in between that gap between long off and deep cover.
Also, there was some amount of risk involved with that shot because there was a slip there, so that could have easily reached the slip had that got the edge, but he got it right from the middle of the bat, and that made it reach the boundary in no time. So good over in progress, this one for UAE.